Good morning. Good morning. You people are on mute. What was the last thing we covered in the previous class?
Impulsive forces.
Impulsive force.
Impulsive
That
forces.
inelastic collision wala problem. The string and height less
The
than
ball rolls on the ground and then it again goes up.
Yes, sir. It is a part of impulsive forces.
Okay. Okay. Long way to go. Now listen. These are two identical bodies, B and A. Two identical bodies, B and A. Two identical bodies. B is falling such that it is just touching the string. B is falling such that it is just touching the string. Length of the string is 1.5 meters. Right? It strikes the ball with a velocity of u. B strikes A with a velocity of u. If A completes a vertical circle, just completes a vertical circle after B collides. Find U of ball B. B strikes A. After collision, A completes a vertical circle. After collision, A completes a vertical circle. It's a perfectly elastic collision. It's a perfectly elastic collision. It's a perfectly elastic collision. Firstly, did you people understand the question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, quite a few things, including impulses and collisions, are merged in this so that whole of the concept of collisions will get brushed up. First, take down the question and discuss this.
Sir, what have you written after circle?
Completes a vertical circle after B collides.
After. Okay.
After B collides with A completes a vertical circle. And it's a perfectly elastic collision. Now listen to the problem carefully. From the next problem, I'll give you people time to
Sir,
just before collision. Have a look at this. This angle is to be known. This angle is theta. Let us assume. This angle is theta. This will be radius r. This will be 2r. Sin theta will be r divided by 2r. This is 1 by theta is how much?
30 degrees.
Now, if this is u, the velocity with which it is striking, if this is theta, this will be u sin theta and this will be u cos theta. Just before body B is striking body A, velocity of the ball is u. Its component along the common normal is cos theta, component along the common tangent is u sin theta. So far, so good. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Now don't interchange their velocities. Don't tell me there are two identical bodies, so I will interchange their velocities. There is an impulsive force here, P delta T. Two identical bodies in a perfectly elastic collision will interchange their velocities only when there is no external force. Here there is an external force, that too an impulsive force, which will change the momentum. Right? So this u sin theta with this ball will remain as it is, but this will become Vn. This will be under root 5gl. What makes you say this will be under root 5gl here?
Just
You give me
completes
the
it.
Just completes a circle.
completed circle. So its velocity will be under root 5gl. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have a look at this angle. This angle was 30. So this angle is 30. So this angle will be 30. Under root 5gl cos 30, under root 5gl sin 30. This should be along one line. This should be V normal. This should be along this line. Right? So if this angle is 30 theta, which I have shown, vertically opposite angle, this will be 30, 90 minus 30, 30. Why did you resolve the velocity this way? So that I can apply small e value. This tangential velocity is already done. Now look at small e value. Relative velocity of separation upon relative velocity of approach along the common normal. Relative velocity of separation upon relative velocity of approach along common normal. 5gl. I'm taking everything in this direction as positive, everything in this direction as negative. 5gl sin 30 minus of minus Vn upon. Now initial velocity of this V2 minus V1 upon U1. U1 is U cos 30 minus 0. Put E equal to 1 is my first equation. See if all of you are convinced. V2 minus V1 with a negative sign because of direction upon U1 minus U2 u2 initial is 0. This is my first equation. Second equation, always try to get this equation into your simplification. You will simplify your problem. T delta T is impulsive force in vertical direction. In vertical direction, I cannot conserve linear momentum. There is an impulsive force which will change the momentum. T delta T is an impulsive force in the vertical direction. Right? T delta T is an impulsive force in the
Yes,
vertical
sir.
direction. Horizontal direction, there is no impulsive force. Both masses taken together as one system, horizontal direction, there is no impulsive force. Right? So what is the initial momentum in the horizontal direction? 0. Final momentum m under root 5 GL, m under root 5 GL minus. This is theta. This is 90 minus theta. This will be 90 minus theta. This will be theta. This is 90 minus theta. So I need to resolve this and use sine theta along the horizontal direction. I should resolve this and Vn along the horizontal direction. And I'll put a negative sign. Why will you put a negative sign? This direction I have taken positive, so this direction will be negative.
Sir, can you
And
repeat the last equation?
Vn cos 90 minus theta. Vn cos 90 minus theta minus m u sin theta. I resolved in this direction as cos theta. Conservation of linear momentum. M into under root 5 GL is in the horizontal direction. This M has two velocity components, normal and tangential. Both are resolved in this direction, and I put a negative sign for both.
Thank you, sir.
Initial momentum is C. Now, how many variables do you have in this particular problem? Vn is one variable, U is one variable. Vn is one variable, U is one variable. They are asking you to calculate U. Can you calculate U?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then you should be able to calculate Q. Theta everywhere is 30 degree. Theta everywhere is 30 degree.
Sir,
Hmm.
is it a gravity-free space?
Pardon?
Is it a gravity-free space?
Gravity free. Q. If
Sir,
gravity free,
because
why will it be hanging vertically?
okay. So, sir, but sir, the first diagram, the ball is little up, and the ball is striking, so you won't change.
It is striking with the velocity of U.
Oh, striking with velocity. Okay, then it's okay. Then I
Striking with
understood.
the velocity of U.
Sir,
Hmm.
that tension force is an impulsive force here, right?
Right.
So the ball which is the sphere which is connected to the string, it wouldn't be pushed up in upward direction after the due to impulsive force a little मतलब
This
थोड़ा
impulsive force and this N delta T are balancing each other. This will strike this, so there is a normal force.
yes sir
Normal force is impulsive. So
हाँ
this vertical impulsive component of the normal force and impulsive component of T delta T both will balance out each other.
okay sir
Sir, for the balls which is falling vertical, for in the last step, don't we have to take uska क्या बोलते हैं resultant and then put it in that momentum wala expression?
You want to take the resultant of these both.
Yes,
It
sir.
will be in some arbitrary direction like this. Find
Oh.
out the angle and then resolve it in the horizontal direction. I have no problem with that. I will not do it that.
Okay,
It
okay.
will be double the labor. You want to find out the resultant of these two. It will be in some direction that I will resolve in the horizontal direction.
Okay.
That I would prefer to resolve them in the horizontal direction and that.
Okay, sir.
So why didn't you change that u sine theta component?
Now you will repeat this statement 5 times after me. For two smooth bodies, tangential velocity of the collision will not be affected or will remain constant. 5 times. For two smooth bodies in oblique collision, repeat.
For two smooth bodies in oblique collision, tangential
Tangential
velocities will not
velocities will remain
change.
unaffected.
Okay, sir.
Repeat.
For two smooth bodies in oblique collision, tangential velocity will remain unaffected.
You are aware of this?
Yes, sir. I'd
Don't
forgot.
forget. Don't forget. Then somebody said, sir, but then there would be horizontal component of impulsive force as well. So how did we conserve momentum in the horizontal direction? Vedant, horizontal component of impulsive force is an external force if I take only small m, 1m. I have conserved momentum taking both as one system. Both as one system, that normal force becomes an internal force. Only for this in the horizontal direction, we are not supposed to conserve momentum. There is a normal force due to this, which will have a horizontal component. Both taken as one system. Now, both taken as one system, don't you take T delta T? Yes, there will be T delta T. That's why vertical direction, I did not conserve momentum.
So the only information of impulsive force that we used over here is that we didn't conserve momentum in the vertical direction.
Perfect. Once I have an impulsive force for any of the bodies acting in that direction, we should conserve linear momentum in that direction. Impulsive force will change the momentum. Second equation is conservation of linear momentum in the horizontal direction for both the particles put together. Initial momentum is 0. Final momentum for this is m into under root 5 GL. Final momentum for this is horizontal components of these two velocities in this direction within negatives. Tell me when I can rub the board. Use a calculator and get the answer. U should be approximately 12.5 meters per second. If I remember well, I'm waiting for you. Take GS 10, it's okay for us. In the examination, if nothing is told, you will take GS 9.8. For us in the class, when nothing is told, also keep taking GS 10 unless told. But remember this, in the examination, if nothing is told, G will be 9.8 only. In class, it's okay. Else make your life a bit simple by taking GS 10.
Sir, I got VNS 15 root 3 by 4.
No. VN, I don't know. VN, I don't have the answer. I want U. U should be 12.5 meters per second. Taking GS 10.
Sir, where did we consider the vertical velocity being destroyed? I am not getting it.
ना क्यों सोचते हो उस डायरेक्शन में? वर्टिकल वेलोसिटी है कहाँ? किसने डाला है? कहीं पर वेलोसिटी वर्टिकल वेलोसिटी लिखा है मैंने?
Yes, sir. U is 12.5 meters per second.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, sir. You.
वर्टिकल वेलोसिटी जब लिखा ही नहीं, आपको वर्टिकल वेलोसिटी की क्या लेना देना है? क्यों? Why do you want to think on vertical velocity? That you tell me.
When I was doing it, I first solved the collision and then solved everything, thought everything in terms of U, and then equated the final horizontal to root 5 GL.
Right. Then the vertical velocity here got destroyed because of T delta.
Yes, sir.
Now, I avoided it. I totally avoided that by taking conservation of momentum only in the horizontal direction.
Okay, I initially thought that root 5 GL sine of theta is the velocity just after collision, so it will be destroyed. Root 5 GL sine of 30.
Its vertical component, the momentum change in the vertical direction because of this is destroyed by T delta. If in the question they ask you the value of T delta T, then calculate its vertical component. M into this will be equal to T delta.
Now I have understood.
Sir,
Huh.
so why did you take U sine theta also? No, sir, no, sir. Understood.
Now, you people will attempt this question. This wedge is fixed. Wedge is fixed. Small m falls on a smooth wedge from a height of h. Small m falls on a smooth fixed wedge from a height of h. After collision, velocity of the ball becomes horizontal. After collision, velocity of ball becomes horizontal. Right? Velocity of the ball becomes horizontal. Find small e. Find small. Problem is quite simple. Don't amplify the problem. Do find small.
Sir, is the ball just released?
From a height of h. Released.
Okay, sir.
Ball is released from a height of h. Released from a height of h. The answer is tan square theta. Problem is not difficult. Observe this. This is theta. Just before
Sir, wait a
striking
second,
it,
please. Please wait. Yes, I got the same.
listen. The velocity with which it strikes is under root 2gh. This will be u cos theta, and this will be u sin theta. Just after collision, you are telling me the velocity becomes horizontal. All this we. So this angle will be theta, v cos theta and v sin theta. Now along the tangential direction, velocities should be the same before and after collision. First equation is u sin theta will be equal to v cos theta. Under root 2gh sin theta is equal to v cos theta is my first equation. What did you do? Along the tangential directions, you have taken the same velocity. You're asking me small e. Wedge is fixed. Made your life much simple here. Small e, v sin theta upon u cos theta. Obviously with a negative sign. Small a, obviously with a negative sign. V sin theta and cos theta are not in the same direction. But how do you put this technically? See, relative velocity of separation. I take this direction as positive, this direction as negative. So v sin theta minus 0 upon v2 minus v1 upon u1 minus u cos. So you see where the negative sign is going. v2 minus v1 upon u1 minus u. u1 will be 0. Minus u2 will be minus u cos theta. So this becomes v sin theta upon u cos theta. Right? Can you substitute v by u from here? You don't need to write under root pgh. Keep it as u only. v by u is tan theta. v by u is tan theta into sin theta by cos theta turns out to be tan square theta.
Done, sir.
So 1 minute.
Now, in this case, the wedge was fixed, right? You obviously know what is the next situation. The wedge is not fixed. A ball of mass m strikes with a velocity of u, and after collision moves up in the vertically upward direction. Right? This velocity is not given. All that is given is a point mass of small m collides horizontally, and after collision it moves in the vertically upward direction. Write down the statement. A point mass of small m strikes horizontally, and after collision it moves vertically upwards. After collision it moves vertically upwards. Find velocity of capital M and small m after collision to find small e.
Sir, wedge is
All
smooth.
surfaces are smooth. All surfaces are smooth.
So can you repeat the question?
All surfaces are
Sir,
huh,
sir, is capital M fixed or not fixed?
not fixed. All surfaces are smooth. Capital M is not fixed.
Okay.
Sir, I got disconnected for a moment. Please could you explain this question? The question you have given right now.
Small m collides with capital M and moves vertically upwards.
Is u the velocity with which it is thrown?
Right. Small m collides with the velocity of u and it moves vertically upwards.
All right. Thank you, sir.
The wedge is not fixed. So they're asking velocity of capital M and small m after collision and find small e. All surfaces are smooth. I'll keep you people on mute. I'll give you 2 minutes for this. velocity of small m is cot theta cot theta. Now, firstly, if you take the wedge this way, small m is moving with the velocity of u. Call this as v naught, call this as v. Calculation of the velocity of capital M is much easy. In the horizontal direction, there is no external force. Conserve linear momentum, small m into u is capital M into v naught. My first equation, I get v naught, simplest possible thing that can be asked. Now find the velocity along the common tangent. Velocity after collision along the common tangent. This angle is theta, so this will be v sine theta. This will be v sine theta. And what will this velocity be equal to? This is theta, this will be u cos theta. V sine theta along the common tangent after collision should be u cos theta.
Sir, so won't the negative sign come in the first equation?
First equation. Put negative to both, because both are towards the negative x-axis. Negative u cot theta. This is my second answer. Speed of the particle. How did you get this? Along the common tangent, before and after collision, I equated the velocities. Along the common tangent, before and after collision, I equated the velocities.
Sir, in the first equation, you have taken both m and capital M as one system, right?
Naturally, you conserved momentum for whole of the system in the horizontal direction. Iska zero initial velocity. Small m ka after collision is moving vertically upwards. So horizontal velocity is zero. Right? So first question, is it over?
Sir,
हाँ.
Sir, V naught का horizontal I mean मतलब along the wedge component, tangential component add नहीं होगा?
किसको ऐड कर दूंगी?
In the second equation.
Second equation small m का लिखा है नहीं. Second equation small m का velocity along common tangent लिखा है. Capital M का लिखा है नहीं.
Okay.
This is velocity of small m along common tangent before and after collision.
Okay, sir.
Now finding out E. Now have a look at it. This will be V cos theta. This will be theta, so it will be V naught sin theta. So relative velocity of separation, decided direction. I take this direction positive, this direction negative. क्या यार कभी भी upward positive ले लेते हो, कभी कभी upwards negative ले लेते हो, हाँ. Your free will and wish, but don't take upwards downwards both positive or both negative. Now V2 minus V1, V2 V cos theta minus of minus V naught sin theta upon U1, this U1 is zero velocity, minus downward direction minus of U sin theta. See if you are convinced. V2 minus V1 upon U1 minus U. Small m का velocity minus capital M का velocity upon capital M का initial velocity minus small m का initial velocity. V2 minus V1 upon V1 minus V का V naught का value यहाँ से substitute करोगे. V का value यहाँ से substitute करोगे. Substitute this V here, this V naught here, you get the answer. Small e will be small m by capital M, small m by capital M plus cot square theta. If I'm right.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Sir,
Hmm.
we don't have to remember these values, right?
Pardon?
But it would be good. Do we have to remember these values?
No.
The final result?
They are not standard.
Okay.
Now listen. Small m is 1 kg falling vertically with a velocity of 2 meters per second. Small m is 1 kg. It's falling on this with 2 meters per second. Capital M value is given as 2 kg. Theta is given as 30 degree. Kept on a smooth horizontal surface. This is smooth horizontal surface. Small e is given as 0.5. Right? Find the velocity of the wedge in the ball immediately after collision. Write down the statement. Find velocity of wedge and small m immediately after collision. Find the velocity of the wedge and small m immediately after collision. I'll give you 5 minutes. I want the final answers. This 2 meters per second is when just before it's colliding with the wedge. 2 meters per second is the velocity just before it is colliding with the wedge. 2 meters per second is the velocity just before it is colliding with the wedge. Somebody is typing my video is frozen. Is that true?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Oh no.
Sir.
Answers will be 2 by root 3 and 1 by root 3. Answers are 2 by root 3 and 1 by root
Sir,
3.
sir, small m moves horizontally after.
No such
Okay.
thing is given.
Okay, sir.
Now listen.
Sir, wait.
The answers are 1 by root 3 and 2 by root 3. Now listen. This is striking the wedge with a velocity of 2 meters per second. Right? So I'll show the initial condition this way. This is 2 cos 30. This is 2 sin 30. Just before collision, the velocities will be 2 cos 30 and 2 sin 30. Just after collision, I'll take this to be Vn and I'll take this to be 2 sin 30. I'll take this to be V0. Are we okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Tangential velocity will remain the same. There's no point of writing one more equation for that. This velocity I'll be interested in. This angle is 30, right? This angle will be 30. V0 sin 30, V0 cos 30. Cos 30 will not be interested in, but V0 sin 30 is something that will be interested in. Small e, you gave me at 0.5. I'll take everything in this direction as positive, everything in this direction as negative. Velocity of the wedge V2, V0 sin 30, sorry, V0 sin 30 minus of minus Vn upon initial velocity of this in this direction will be 2 cos 30 minus 0. Velocity of the wedge minus velocity of small m upon velocity of small m minus velocity of wedge. Velocity of the wedge minus velocity of small m upon velocity of small m minus velocity of the wedge v2 minus v1 upon u1 minus u2.
So,
Right?
so but here it is on ground, so V0 sin theta, it will have no such effect now.
That will get balanced by the normal force. That's a different issue. But you will have this velocity. Its vertical component will be balanced by the impulsive force here called the normal force.
Okay.
Now conservation of linear momentum in the horizontal direction. Initial momentum is 0. mv0. Final momentum mv0 minus small m into 2 sin 30 cos 30 minus small m into Vn. This will be 30. Vn sin 30. See if you are convinced. Conserve linear momentum in the horizontal direction. Conserved linear momentum in the horizontal direction. 2 sin 30 cos 30 Vn sin 30. This direction is positive, this direction is negative. This is positive, the other is negative.
Sir? But then velocity should be 0, right? 2 sin 30 cos 30 because it is perpendicular to 2.
That is a game of number. It is turning out to be 30. You will not assume that in the structure. Numbers are so well adjusted. If I change the mass or I change the theta, you won't get 0 always, right?
Okay.
So Vy for this will turn out to be 0 because the vertical components are cancelling out and you will get horizontal velocity. Vertical components are cancelling out. It is a game of numbers. You don't make that assumption. Can I rub the board? There is another way of writing all these equations. Here you have summarized the equations easily. Somebody is asking why can't we conserve momentum in normal direction? I'm not here. I have impulsive force. When something is striking like this normal force is impulse.
So what was the mass of the ball which was striking?
1 kg. Small m is
Okay.
1 kg, capital M is 2 kg.
Sir,
Huh?
so what was the final direction you assumed for small m?
I didn't assume any direction. I took tangential and normal. इसका resultant calculate करो. That will turn out to be horizontal.
Okay.
While I conserved momentum in the horizontal direction, I have no choice. In the vertical direction, I cannot conserve linear momentum.
Yes, yes.
Can I rub the board?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why did you take final velocity in normal direction? I did not. आप लोग सुनते नहीं या देखते नहीं. विनय, why did you take final velocity? तो ये velocity तेल लाने गया है क्या? दिख नहीं रहा है. I did not take in that direction. I have taken Vn and Vt. उसका resultant लेना है. Resultant may turn out to be this way, may turn out to be this way, it may turn out to be this way, it may turn out to be this way. Who told you that it will be in the normal direction? I don't know the direction of a vector, so I took y component and x component. Now the resultant can be anywhere in between, right? It turns out to be horizontal and the vertical components cancel out. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now same problem, I'll do it in a slightly different way, though that will be longer than this. Showing you the impulse. Observe this. This is 30 degree. Now small m per there will be an impulse J, equal and opposite impulse on capital M. What is this impulse? It is because of n delta. It is because of n delta t. Agreed? This will have a vertical and horizontal component. This will be j cos theta and this will be j sin theta. This will also be j sin theta. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, firstly, this after collision will be moving with a velocity v. What is j? Change in momentum. What is j? Force into delta t, that will be change in momentum. Force into delta t will be the impulse, change in momentum. So j sin theta, first equation, capital M into v minus j. You took the velocity of the wedge to be v or v naught, or what did we do?
We took the
We
velocity of
got
wedge as v.
V naught, right? Velocity of the wedge. Same j sin theta will be equal to negative sign towards the left, small m into vx with a negative sign. J sin theta negative. So after collision, how will the velocities be here? For small m, I am taking this as vx, I am taking this as vy, and this we are taking as v naught. Now initial momentum for this in the horizontal direction was 0. Isn't it? Initial momentum for this in the horizontal direction is 0. Initial momentum for this in the horizontal direction is 0. Right? Final momentum mvx. Now if I club both of them, do I get the conservation of linear momentum in the horizontal direction? If I club both of them, will I get conservation of linear momentum for both put together in the horizontal direction?
Yes, sir.
Add both the equations. Add both the equations, I will get my conservation of linear momentum in the horizontal direction.
No external force will be there.
Yeah, both small m and capital M put together in the horizontal direction. This is the conservation of linear momentum. If I add both of them, right? Now, j cos theta. What is j cos theta? Upwards positive. M Vy minus of minus mu. It's falling with the velocity of u. It is rising up with the velocity of v. Right? Falling with the velocity u, hence negative sign. Upward direction positive, upward direction positive. You are understanding how we are incorporating the value of j?
Yes.
We already solved this problem without using j. I would anytime prefer not to use j. Number of equations will be less. Now here you see number of equations are more. Right? Now come to small a. Small e will be relative velocity of separation upon relative velocity of approach. This angle will be theta. This will be v naught sin theta. This angle will be theta. So relative velocity of separation upon approach, I take this to be positive, this to be negative. So I'll write v naught sin theta minus of minus. V naught sin theta minus of minus Vy cos theta plus Vx sin theta upon velocity of the wedge minus velocity of small m upon velocity of small m. Small m was falling with the velocity of u. This was u cos theta. U cos theta minus z. This is velocity of the wedge minus velocity of small m upon velocity of small m minus velocity of the wedge. 4 equations and 4 variables, you should be able to solve them. What are all the 4 variables? J is one variable, V naught is one variable, Vy is one variable, Vx is one variable. Undoubtedly, you will get the answer, but if you recollect in the previous case, I had 2 equations and 2 variables. Here I have 4 equations. Agreed. Add these both, it will come down to 3 equations and 3 variables. But either way, I'll have to agree with J. J, V naught, Vx, Vy. Theta is given, small e is given, small m is given, capital M is given. Now here small m I didn't assume any direction. I actually don't know the direction. You will once calculate, you will realize that Vy will be 0 because we already know the answer. It's a game of numbers. You have no right to assume that Vy is 0.
Sir, this is for wedge fixed or for wedge moving? No, matlab, if it is wedge fixed, then what will we do? Sir?
Same thing. Procedure will not change. Only thing, velocity of the wedge will be 0 before and after collision.
Okay, sir. So J sin theta on capital M will have no effect. So but on small m will
By the fixing normal force here. Whoever fixed this, that will take J sin. How you fixed it?
Okay, sir.
It may be a hinge, it may be glue, it may be something which will take the impulse of J sin.
Sir?
Hello?
So after this, we'll do variable mass sums.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. That is the last part.
That will be the last subtopic. Okay. Variable mass को introduce तो करना है.
हाँ.
Did you solve? Did you get the same answer?
Yes, sir.
No, there are 3 or 4 problems from your booklet which we have to solve as far as impulses is concerned. But right now, homework,
Sir,
Hello.
sir, how will you find the normal force using the previous method? If you're going by the previous one and the ask of the value of y,
नॉर्मल फोर्स के लिए प्रीवियस मेथड कैसा यूज करोगे?
नहीं कर सकते ना? Okay.
1 second, stay online, don't run away. Homework बता रहा हूँ. COM, conservation of movement. HCV except 57th percent you can complete HCV. HCV except 57. Booklet exercise 1. Booklet exercise 1. Except 48%. Except 48%. Exercise 2 complete. Is the homework clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Exercise 2. There is no variable mass, impact, impulse, G. Perfect. Exercise 1 and 2 can be done. In exercise 1, there is only one question, problem 48, which is based on variable mass. By when will you people complete it?
Next week.
Next
Next
doubt
week, sir.
Next week.
Next week.
पहले खत्म करना.
Doubt lecture.
Sir,
सर HCV नेक्स्ट डाउट लेक्चर के पहले ना.
HCV कब का हो गया होगा? क्लास से होमवर्क दिया है. Tonight don't sleep if you have not completed HCV. आज रात को नहीं doubt. Is it clear?
Yes,
sir,
sir.
Yes, yes.
sir, I have a doubt. Sir, what did you say regarding that perpendicular component of velocity? I couldn't hear properly.
Regarding what?
Sir, I told you that the perpendicular velocity should be 0, but you are taking it as 2 sines theta cos theta. So how could you do that? Can you just once again explain why wasn't it not 0?
Will somebody help me understand this doubt?
So he is probably asking that why didn't the horizon velocity after striking become just in one direction, horizontal or vertical?
Is that your doubt?
No, sir, no. How do I
Then
explain?
send you the recording of the lecture. Have a look at
Yeah.
it.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Bye. Good day. And
Sir.
finish the homework before the next doubt lecture.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
so yesterday's doubt lecture, can you send the recording?
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Sir, yesterday doubt lecture you had taught something. It was just doubts.
No doubts. Only doubts.